Hi, welcome back to English Recaps. Today I'm going to explain adventure sci-fi film called Alita. Battle Angel 2019. Watch out and drop like on this video. It is revealed at the beginning of the film it has been 300 years. Since the World War, it indicates a world war broke out within the past 300 years, which causes the devastation of the whole world. There is a depiction of a spaceship filled with people from all over the world. And it was known that the inhabitants of that spacecraft dumped their trash on Earth. One day a scientist discovers a robot in the trash. It was not an ordinary robot but one of its kind, which is equal parts human and machine. This scientist transports the robot to his home by lifting it, and he fixes the robot flawlessly. It is used to construct a new body. The following day, that robot, which was a female, awakens, and it was thrilled to receive a new body. The female robot then asked the scientist, "Who am I? How did I get here? Where did I come from?" The scientist is unaware of the origin of the woman, so the doctor tells it nothing. But doctor just tells it, "Your half-body was damaged when we found you in the trash. However, your mind was sound afterwards. We mended your body." It indicates that a new human body has been attached to you. The doctor then shows it the world. That female robot gets excited viewing this city. It also shows a glimpse of the spacecraft. She inquires of from the scientist, "What exactly is it? Is this a real world?" The doctor tells it was the last remaining city after World War, and its name is Sky City. There is a pleasant life in Sky City. Everyone wishes to go there because upper class resides there while lower class inhabits in our world. Then the doctor names that robot. He says, "Your name is Alita." Now on Alita is pleased hearing its name. The robot doctor also informs Alita that all residents of our land work for Sky City because Sky City has many fields, industries and factories. After this, Alita meets a boy named Hugo. Hugo compliments Alita's body, seeing it because its body was robotic, which was strong enough. Alita and Hugo are befriended nicely. At the same night, a girl is murdered in that city. Actually, there was a career criminal in that city who used to end girls after grabbing them afterwards. He used to sell their body parts. At the same night, Alita witnesses doctor who was returning to home from somewhere. Alita observes that scientist's hands are blood-stained. Seeing it, doubts that doctor may be the killer behind the occurred murders of city. In the following day, scientist's wife appears to meet him because they were divorced. Here it is revealed that the adjusted human body with Alita, in fact it is the body of his daughter. His daughter was no more, so it donated her body to Alita. After that, Hugo invites Alita to join him in the game, and this game was well-known game of the city. Alita fascinates others while playing this game perfectly. Alita also wins that game. Hugo takes Alita at his best loved place. Later it was the roof of a building where the sight of whole city could be viewed, and Sky City was also looking nearer from here. There is also a biggest pipe. Hugo tells that all articles come on the earth from Sky City. Through this line, "I'm battling hard to go to the Sky City. Remember, see, I will doubtlessly arrive at there." Alita asks, "How does this Sky City look?" Hugo tells it, "Truth be told, specialist had found you from the trash. Furthermore, that trash was of that Sky City. It implies that you have come from Sky City." Yet, Alita didn't have a little memory about it. Furthermore, she had failed to remember her past. All things considered, she had lost her memory. Following day, specialist leaves the house. What's more, Alita is pursuing him. Alita comprehends here that the specialist isn't an executioner. He is nonetheless a tracker champion. Tracker fighters are the individuals who end the crooks. Then dead collections of the executioners are taken to the industrial facility. Later a weighty prize is gotten in the spot of them. Here Alita is familiar with the truth of the specialist. Simultaneously, the chronic executioner approaches there. He was a similar professional killer who was killing the young ladies, yet he lived in the city then. At that point, Alita valiantly stands up to that executioner. It beats enough which constrains him to escape, while Alita prevails to kill the other executioner. Then specialist and Alita move to the production line, taking that executioner's head, where they get the award of $20 instead of that head. A while later, specialist uncovers his story to Alita. How could he come to be known as tracker champion? Also, what made it work out? He tells it is the tale of that time when my better half girl and I used to live respectively. At some point, they made a robot. Also, that robot snatched their little girl, coming into their home after this occurrence. That specialist irritated sufficient on that robot. Furthermore, the specialist harmed his own made robot. Then, at that point, the specialist became tracker fighter. Just after that then, at that point a man comes on the scene named Vector. Truth be told, Vector was the top of the race game. It was a Vector who used to organize this game. Specialist's significant other can likewise be seen with a Vector. Here it is uncovered that Specialist's significant other is playing a stunt going with a Vector, since Vector had guaranteed her that he will send her to the Sky City, so the Specialist's better half is likewise a Specialist herself who likewise works for a Vector. Then, at that point a similar robot is shown who was ruined by Alita. That robot moves to Vector. It lets him know that Alita is the reason behind my body twisting. Vector expresses sick to the robot, remarking, "Have you returned?" Subsequent to being beaten by a young lady, robot uncovers that is certainly not a young lady. However, most grounded Vector tells the robot, "Presently it is your main goal that you need to bring Alita before me in the wake of harming it." Then Hugo takes Alita to see that race game. He additionally tells Alita the champ of this game is shipped off Sky City. Hearing it, Alita gets energized. Then Hugo takes Alita to show a boat he makes sense of. It is the boat of the foes from quite a while back. That boat captivates Alita when she projects a look at it, so Alita moves to that boat. Hopping into the water, Alita likewise finds a high mechanical body in the boat. Alita gets back to the Specialist, taking that body he shares with the Specialist. "Fix this body with it." Replacing it means adjust this body with my head, but Doctor refuses to carry it out. He tells this body is mighty, having fixed weapons with it you will become so menacing. If this body will be fixed with you too threatening that you will kill the people and devastate the world. Alita becomes aggressive facing this refusal. Afterwards, Alita moves to the factory. Going there, it decides that it is also Hunter Warrior. Now on it goes to a club along with Hugo. All hunters of the city were there, and it provokes everyone that we should eradicate the robot of Vector, because it is the same assassin who has taken the lives of the entire city, and it is also ending other people. One of the hunters makes Alita a laughing stock. He says, having a little size, "How will you kill someone? And how have you become a Hunter Warrior?" Hearing it, Alita beats him while confronting enough, and he is fallen backside. Witnessing it, all hunters are left shocked. Meanwhile, Vector's robot appears there, which had increased in size now because Doctor's wife had upgraded it. Coming there, that robot assaults Alita, and Alita also attacks it in return, and that robot enters a tunnel to save his life. Then Alita also moves to that underground place. While chasing him, a tough fight is held between both of them. In the end, that robot spoils Alita, and it dismembers its body. At the same time, Hugo and the Doctor arrive there. When they confronted the robot, they beat it and they burn its body. Then that robot flees from there in order to secure its life. Doctor brings Alita's damaged body at home. Alita's body had fully damaged, having no option. That Doctor fixes that body with Alita, which he had discovered from the ship. Next morning, when Alita awakens, it feels comfortable because it had got a new body. It was mighty and equipped, and the fire can also be produced through that body. Getting this new body, Alita feels pleasure in the coming day. Alita goes to meet Hugo to show its robotic body. Observing its equipped body, Hugo likes it and feels good. He is also impressed here. Hugo reveals to Alita, "I want to go to Sky City soon, but everyone needs scores to go there, and these scores can be gained after killing someone or winning the race game." Hearing it, Alita gives its robotic heart to Hugo, pulling it out, and it says, "Take my robotic heart, sell it. In this way you will get some scores, then you may go to Sky City." And the robotic heart of Alita is not an ordinary one, but it possesses much power, and that robotic heart is as stronger that this city may avail the electricity for many months from this robotic heart, because this robotic heart contains energetic rays. But Hugo forbids to take Alita's robotic heart. He says, "I don't need it, you may keep it safe in your possession because your robotic heart is very necessary." He says, "You should take part in race game, because I am sure that you may win the race. We both will move to the Sky City if you win the game." Hearing it, Alita immediately consents, and she gets ready to take part in the game, and she wanted to carry it out for Hugo because of her affections for him. Afterwards, Vector arrives on the scene, who hires the hunters and killers to end Alita. He says to everyone, "In case you kill Alita in race, then I will give you 5 million scores, which is basic to go to Sky City." Then that hunter is seen who had been beaten in the club by Alita, and he wanted to take revenge from Alita on his humiliation. Now he was going to take this revenge from Hugo, ending a man he alleges Hugo. Now Hugo was under the allegation to end someone. As a result, he had started to turn criminal. Alita, on the other hand, appears who had taken a part in race which was going to start. All killers in the race become opponents of Alita. So they assault Alita, but Alita was also equal to them, so she continues to kill them, confronting them one by one. Then Alita receives the call of Hugo. He tells that Tracker has turned into my rival, also he needs to take my life. Then at that point Alita goes to protect Hugo, leaving that race. Arriving at there, Alita beats the Tracker savagely while it is uncovered in the entire city that Hugo has turned into a lawbreaker. He was additionally cared about as the captor will get $30 as a prize. Then the city police show up there to end Hugo, since everybody was settled on this perspective that Hugo is a crook, so finishing him is fundamental. So all say to Alita, put Hugo into death. Be that as it may, Alita doesn't kill him. Be that as it may, the Tracker closes Hugo, going after with a blade. What's more, Hugo is taking his final gasps here. From the outset Hugo is done. Then Specialist's significant other comes there, who says to Alita, cut Hugo's head, since we will change a body with his head. Furthermore, we will make him a robot, since Specialist's better half had transformed into a gentle lady. Now also she needed to do it so that Hugo may restore once more, so Alita has been doing likewise. Now she destroys Hugo's head before the entirety. Afterward it takes Hugo's head to the Specialist, where Specialist fixes one more body with Hugo's head after his activity. Therefore, Hugo is resuscitated once more. Hugo and Alita get energized in light of the fact that Hugo had the mechanical body presently like Alita. Alita is educated by the Specialist that Vector cheats everybody, since he vows to send you to Sky City, subsequent to misleading you with an enormous amount of cash. Indeed, even no human goes to Sky City, paying how much cash? Furthermore, nobody can go to Sky City, however just the occupants of Sky City can go there and furthermore possess there. What's more, the victor of race can go to the Sky City from this world. In any case, no can visit their. Specialist additionally tells Alita, my better half and I had brought into the world in the Sky City. What's more, we had shown up here for the treatment of our little girl. From that point forward, they entangled here. Hearing it, Alita flies off the handle. Furthermore, she passes on to kill Vector. Alita straightforwardly moves to the processing plant and she is gone after by the machines of Vector. However, Alita has a powerful and a mechanical body now, so Alita was persistently killing everybody individually, harming all machines and robots. Alita goes to Vector to end him. However, the robot of Vector shows up there. It wounds Alita while going after it. What's more, she tumbles down. Then at that point Alita re-establishes her memory pertinent to the past, as its memory is held which had been lost. Alita recalls that she had been a fighter and furthermore partook in that universal conflict which had held around a long time back. In any case, Alita's all companions and partners met their end in that conflict, yet Alita was likewise tossed into the trash, injuring her severely. Here, Alita re-establishes its memory, imagining that this has been finished by the proprietor of Sky City. What's more, he had likewise finished every one of the buddies of Alita. Here Alita recalls, my central goal is to kill the proprietor of Sky City. Recalling these reality, Alita becomes wistful, all that it had lost its companions. Moreover, it becomes forceful. Then that robot assaults Alita. What's more, Alita dismantles that robot, going after with its blade. Simultaneously, Alita likewise assaults Vector, utilizing its sword. Also, Vector is dead at the spot. Accepting Specialist's call, Alita comes to know that Hugo is moving to Sky City, ascending those lines. Then Alita likewise climbs while pursuing him. It trains him, you want not to go to the Sky City, since there isn't anything potential gain. We will have our existences living in this world. Hearing Alita, Hugo concurs. Be that as it may, the proprietor of the Sky City was seeing it from potential gain, so he goes after them with his weapon. Thus, Hugo's entire body is dissected. Simultaneously, Alita holds his hand. However, Alita loses the hold of Hugo accidentally. So he tumbles down from a significant stretch, losing Hugo. Alita is greatly lamented. Also, she begins sobbing. Presently, Alita chooses that going to Sky City, it will end the proprietor of that city, since it wanted retaliation for Hugo's passing. It is seen that Alita has additionally come out on top in that race. Furthermore, it directs its sword potential gain toward the Sky City. What's more, it shares with the proprietor of Sky City, I'm coming to kill and vindicate you. Watch. I'll cause you to feel awful and decline to allow you to live. What's more, the film additionally finishes on this scene.